So today I'm going to show you how I do the 3-2-1 method of barbecuing a rack of ribs. I've got 2 racks of ribs here from Sam's Club. They are the baby back ribs. I've got a knife, a nice sharp knife. I've got a butter knife, and you'll see why I need that pretty soon. A pair of scissors, some olive oil, some apple juice, some sea salt, some honey, brown sugar, and some foil. I think that's all we need to get started. So I'm going to put it on time lapse here and let you watch what's going on. So there is a thin membrane that really doesn't cook well and doesn't need to be on the ribs when you cook them. However, most butchers don't remove them unless you ask them to. These came in a package from Sam's Club. So there's a bit of a trick to getting these membranes pulled off of the back side of the rib. And you'll see it's a bit of a struggle, but watch me here as I use a butter knife to lift the membrane and then remove it on all 3 of these racks of ribs. Okay, so now that we have the membrane pulled off of the back side of the baby back rib slab there. Actually, there's 3 in this package, not 2. I've got an extra bonus package from Sam's Club. I like it. Now that we have that done, we put down some olive oil just as an agent to help the all my rub and such, the salt, stick to the ribs. Yeah, stick to the ribs. So we have olive oil, we have brown sugar, we have some rub, we have some kosher salt, and now, last but not least, we'll drizzle a little honey over the top of this, and I'll use some of this honey throughout the grill, but we'll just put a little on here right now and get started. Sugar tends to burn, and olive oil has a higher melting point than butter. So I use olive oil because it doesn't burn as easily. And so this, I want to put too much honey on because essentially it's sugar and it will tend to burn a little bit. But once we get to the foil stage, we can put some more honey on because the foil will protect it from burning. Yep, so I'm just putting a real thin layer of honey on here right now. Very thin layer. And just to give it a little bit of flavor here. And that'll also bind these rubs and such together. Okay, so let's go. Oh yeah, looky here, man. I got the grill going. Yeah, looking good. Next, we'll freshen up the grill grates here a bit with a wire tool that everybody uses to clean their grills with. And then after that, I like to come back with some olive oil on a paper towel. So this grill is 350 degrees already, so it's good and hot. And I've cleaned it good there. Now I'm coming back with a thin layer of olive oil, and that just helps keep the meat from sticking to the grill. So it also assures that I have a good clean surface to get started with. So now that I have the ribs on the grill, we can chat about this a little bit. So I'm using a Traeger grill today. It is a pellet fired grill. It will get to 400 degrees on a good day, but typically it gets around 350 is the highest heat that it gets. So it's good for slow cook type meats. So ribs, pork loin, yeah, steaks do okay if you turn it up high, and you just have to take a little bit longer with steaks than another type of meat. So today we're using the 3-2-1 method. And what that is it's a proven method. I've used it before. 3 hours on smoke or 250, 300 degrees. So that's 3 hours unwrapped, just to get the smoke flavor and get the bark set up on the outside of the ribs. Then we go about 2 hours in a wrapped state. So we wrap the ribs and go 2 hours. And then after that, we unwrap the ribs and put barbecue sauce on and go about an hour or until done, right? So that's our method, that's our process today. So I'm going to bring you along with me here. So we've got 3 hours of barbecue before we even take a second look at these ribs. So we'll come back later and see how it's going. So it's been 3 hours, and we're going to spritz these ribs. As you can tell, they probably went a little hot this time. I probably should have dialed the grill back a little, but they'll be great. As you can see, we've got some what looks like burnt areas. It's not really burnt, it's the caramelization of the sugars. So we will wrap these now and let them smoke another couple of hours in the wrap. And what the wrap does is hold the moisture in, and after spritzing it there and wrapping it, they should sort of moisten up a little. It'll at least hold the rest of the moisture in, and they'll fall off the bone. So we'll let them go here for probably an hour, since they're a little ahead of schedule. I'll pull them and put barbecue sauce on them and let that barbecue sauce caramelize on there next. So for this next hour in the wrapped state, I'm going to turn the grill down to 180 degrees. And there you go. It's dinner time. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, or dissent. You've been watching the Townhouse Garage Channel. Good day.